Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some mega decent replays. Today we have Raseiniai Thursday. Raseiniai Thursday. We're not going to call it Raseiniai Thursday. We're just going to call it Raseiniai Replays. Like, nice and simple. And we are going to be doing a premiere. This is a premiere for the first time in a couple of weeks. I've actually found time to actually record the replays quite early. Nice shot there from the Fizzmeister. So we've got 4 replays. Actually, I think we got 5. I think we've got 5 replays for you today. We're going to kick it off with Fizzy in the T49. And as you see already, he's had 1 shot, 1 ammo rack, and there goes his second shot. So 2 shots, 2 kills, and he's on nearly 2,000 damage. The T49 is a very popular tank at the moment with the new T92 and the new Sheridan. A lot of people have been playing the T49 and I've received hundreds of replays from the T49 leading up to the update. So the T49 is a great tank. It's a great fun tank to play. It's very popular, actually one of the most played tanks in the game. When this tank doesn't work, when you can't get this tank to work, it is really frustrating because of the reload. It's the penetration. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, but sometimes, just sometimes, it works. And Fizzy he's going to have the game where just pretty much everything works. So he's had 3 shots or 4 shots, 3 kills, and he's just now had a nice high roll against that helsing, putting him down to a 1 shot. So he's on 3 kills with 4 tanks left alive. So he's going to go for the helsing. The helsing is one of the most OP tanks in the game. So he's just seen he can get shot. He's shot, so he can get the kill for his 4th kill, just leaving 3 tanks left alive. So he's still got a lot of hit points. I mean, he has been shot. If he takes another shot, then he is going to be dead after that. If he takes 2 shots, sorry. And he does take a shot, but he does get the kill in return. So now he does, even though there's 2 tanks left, both tanks can pretty much one-shot him. The KV4 might need 2 shots, but definitely the Borzik will be able to take him out. Silly shot there. He went for the kill, and unfortunately he does miss that shot on the Borzik for his 6th kill. So he's going to stay at 5 kills. There's 5 tanks left alive on his team, and he wants the kills. He wants the kill, and he is going to flank around to try and get the Borzik from a different direction, and he's going to come in from the left side. He has to be careful of that KV4, but as soon as he comes around the corner, doesn't need no sniper mode, and he gets it for his 6th kill. And now he's asking 7. He's not even asking for the 7th kill. He's just saying 7? Question mark, will I get 7? And even one of his teammates is, okay, yes, take the kill, man, have the kill, which is really good play for him, really good sportsmanship from that guy. So unfortunately misses that shot there. And now this is where he's going to ask for the kills, and 2 of them say affirmative, so fair play to both of them. Go. J Panther is right there. He's a 1 shot, and the J Panther's even saying, look, I'm taking the attention, let the guy, and even the Tiger as well, let the guy get 7 kills. So fair play to his team. Well played, Fizzy. 4,823 damage, top gun, high caliber, and he gets the Raseiniai medal, 1,469 base XP, which is pretty good for a tier 8 tank. So next up we have Lethal in the Helsing Raven, the Helsing with the new camo, and he again is going to play it absolutely brilliantly. He is top tier. The Helsing, as I've just said a minute ago, is one of the most OP tanks in the game, and we're going to show you that from Lethal using exactly how he should. He is top tier, so when you are top tier, this tank becomes even better. Even though in tier 8 this tank can still hold its own in tier 8. So against tier 6, it is an absolute beast. It doesn't have much gun depression, so he's unable at the moment to get the shot off on the Panther. He has to go up quite a lot, but he does get 2 shots. Now, the only thing with the helsing is because it's a double shot, there's going to be a lot of times where if it's like a moving target that you're shooting, or if you're moving, if you want a snapshot, then a lot of the times you are only going to get the one shot in, but when you can get shots off like that against the SP1C and do nearly 700 damage, it's insane, and it's really, really good. And he's going to get another double shot there in on the LTTB. So he doesn't turn to face the LTTB, which he should, because at the moment he is given his side, but the LTTB is missing. Again, nice shot there. He gets the double shot in on the SU 100 white, clearing him for his first kill of the game. So there is a couple of low hit point targets. He's going to go for the Panther, and again, just look, he can't quite get the gun down, but the Panther does shoot, so he is going to come up and get, again, he's going to get the double shot. So he's not missed a single shot from his double shot yet. He's not hit like one shot, and he's now spotted the SP1C on the near the spawn area. So that was a good map awareness there to take him out for his second kill. Now his team has started dying. It's now a couple of them have just dropped at the same time. He takes out the Panther for his third kill, leaving it now a 4 versus 4. He's only been shot once. He still has plenty of hit points remaining, but he does need to be careful because he doesn't want to be shot from this SU-100Y, because he can almost clear, he can take more than half of his damage. And stupidly, this VK, I don't know if he actually meant to do that. I don't think he did, but luckily the SU shoots and Lethal is able to get up and clear him for his fourth kill. It is now 3 against 3. There is still the P43, the BIS, and there is still the LTTB. Now the MT25 is getting rushed by a couple of tanks. I think the LTTB there rushed him, which was a bad decision for him, because now he's a one shot. So it doesn't matter if he misses the first shot. He's only going to take one shot to clear him. He's already now on 3,100 damage, and now he is going to go for the P43 BIS. Again, gets the double shot in, leaves this guy down to a one shot, and he's going to go forward. I like what he's doing here. He's going under the gun, so he can't get the gun down, and as soon as he's reloaded, he can just pull back and get the kill. Now the LTTB is rushing. Luckily he bounces his shot, and now he's trying to run away, but where are you going, Sunshine? Get back here for his 6th kill. 3,800 damage. He's still got plenty of hit points left, and when you're in this kind of situation where it's a 2-on-1 and you've got plenty of hit points, as soon as you're last, I mean, I know it's mean, but I bet secretly he's sitting behind his device laughing like, haha, yes, I'm glad he died, because now I can just guarantee the 7 kills without the kill getting stolen. He did a pretty good job, very good job. He still loses quite a lot of hit points in the end, but he still finishes on 4,500 damage. Top gun, high caliber, Raseiniai, a medal, and 15. Just look at that team. Not one person does over 700 damage. Well played, Lethal, and thank you for sending me that in. Next up, we have the AMX 30B, and it's driven by the one and only Waterboy. Nice name, nice film. If you've not seen the film, I have featured Waterboy in a video before, and I did say that I like the name because of the film. If any of you haven't seen the film, go watch the film. It's an old film, Adam Sandler, where he plays the Waterboy, and it's a really funny film to watch, and pretty much it's a classic. So he's driving the 30B, and he's on Faust, and at the moment he pulls off that shot on that 140. The 140 hasn't got the greatest of turrets. It's still pretty troll, and especially when he's hold down, it is still pretty troll. But also there is the STB there as well, and that's a tank that you don't want to be hold down at the other side of this hill, because it's just going to be almost impossible to penetrate his turret. And so these are 2 medium tanks. He's decided to push a little bit forward with his M60. So these are 2 medium tanks that you really don't want on the enemy team because of the DPM that them guys have, the turrets them guys have, and because you've got that big massive hatch on top there, and with their rate of fire, they can really destroy you pretty quickly, because all they got to do is shoot that hatch, and for them to shoot the hatch, they haven't even got to expose themselves. But luckily, just in the nick of time, the Object 268 comes rushing in and actually donks his shot and does nothing. What a waste of a rush that was. The 268 should have actually just rushed in, and all 3 of them could have potentially rushed, and if they would have focused fired, they could have dealt with these pretty quickly. So now the 268 is there. I think he tries shooting the grill, I'm not sure, but again he notices, Waterboy notices that 140 is rushing off, so he pushes, a strong push and a really good decision in pushing, and luckily the M60 misses his shot, which allows him to get the kill, and that's his first kill of the game. And because of the 140 he has run away, that sadly leaves this grill all on his own to deal with 3 tanks, and one of them being an object 268. So Waterboy can now just get to the side of him. I mean, the grill doesn't want to know him, the grill wants to know the 268, and as you can see, he's not even trying to turn, which is great news for the Waterboy, because this is just now absolutely free damage. So he is going to get another shot off, and that is going to be the kill. Luckily the M60 gets the shot off first, bringing him down to a 1 shot. So he's on now 2 kills. It's 5 against 5. The team that was to the left are dying, and there is now the IS-7 that is all on his own, pretty much all on his own. He does have I think it's a motion with him, but he's not really, he's behind him, and they are going to get rushed by the remaining tanks. As you can see, the 140 is rushing, needs to get that shot off, and what a shot that was. That was an absolute vital shot. Just before he goes round the corner, he gets the kill. 3 kills, 4,400 damage, and now he's lost half of his hit points, so he does need to be careful. And there is 3 heavy tanks and a big TD left. The big TD, the Jaeger can probably clear him in 1 shot if he high rolls, so he does need to be careful. So he has now some shots in on the IS-8. Now I would probably back up, I wouldn't risk taking any shots, but luckily he does get the bounce. But the IS-7 has now gone, so he can clear this guy with 1 shot. So he does 5,400 damage. It's now 4 against 3, and he plays it very risky here. He knows that there is a Jaeger here, and he doesn't even look that way. Like, he gets away with that, and he's going to go for the motion, which is a good choice, because he could go and get the free damage without getting a shot in return. And because of that, now the Jaeger takes out the mouse, I think it is, and he can get some shots. He does get a shot from the 50B, now puts him down to a 1 shot, so he has to be very, very careful. He has to get out of there, because he is a 1 shot, and needs to be, if he gets shot, that's it. Even the 50B he needs to be careful of. But luckily someone shoots the Jaeger, leaves him on 7 HP, and he gets his 6th kill. Again, very, very risky here. He pulls out, he probably wasn't aware that the 50B was there, and now he did take a shot, but he needs to get the first shot off, and that is exactly what he does. So fair play, well played. 7,000 damage. Top Gun, he gets the ace, higher caliber, and he gets a Raseiniai medal. 1,974 base XP, which is a marvelous job for a tier 10 tank. Well played. He does miss 5 shots as well, so to get that damage and them kills was a pretty good job. Next up we have the Progetto 65, and it's driven by Wild One's Helper in the Genius clan, and he is in a platoon, so he's in a platoon game. The Progetto is a very good tank that's just been nerfed because it was, people think it was a little bit overpowered. I'm not so sure it was overpowered so much, and I don't really think it needed a nerf, but it's a fantastic tank. So he's poked up the middle section here, and he gets away with that. He spots the 3 tanks in the middle, he spots the standard B, and he's now just going to back up. So he's done the job, he's done a medium job, open the enemy, and now he can just back up and decide what way is best to go. Does he go left, does he go in the middle, or does he go right? Now he's choosing to go right, which is, I thought, was a bit risky, considering there was 1 tank that was spotted to the left, and there isn't any tanks spotted to the right. So there's still 3 or 4 tanks that are not spotted. I think 3 tanks that are not spotted, so they could potentially be round this way. And straight away he spots the waffle. He's gonna be able to get a couple of shots there on the waffle. I don't know what the waffle is actually doing, but he needs to now be careful of the E75. So he's shot his shells, all 3 shells, and now is he going to go for the full clip reload? It all depends. Should he reload the clip? I think he should now reload the full clip, load the HE, and probably rush the waffle, because he can clear him with 3 HE shots, no problem whatsoever. So he is going to do exactly that. He gets 1 shot off, and it's just now going to take 2 shots left to clear him. He does get shot in return, so we know that the waffle is on a reload. He gets the 2nd shot, and now it's just going to take a normal round to clear him. So good job, good target in there, and now he has the back of the E75. 438 roll into the back of him, and now because he has these shots without the E75 looking, he is just going to reload the 1 shell and get the shot off. And as soon as he reloads 1 shell, you're going to see him, and he is going to poke out, I think. Is he going to reload another one? I think he's going to reload another one, and only because the E75 is looking. He's only reloading because the E75 is looking. And as soon as the E75 turns away, he is now going to poke out. He's now reloaded all 3 shells. They are losing. They are losing. 4 against 5, and there was a couple of tanks that are very wealthy in terms of hit points. Does take a nasty shot there from the E100. That was a very nasty shot, but now he's able to get a couple of shots. Very nice fire. What a fire that was, because now he only takes him 2 shells to clear the progetto on the enemy team, bringing it now down to a 3 versus 3. There is still an M60 and an IS7 pretty much on full hit points. He's loaded 2 shells, and now I think he's going to try and go for the standard B. Unluckily, he was spotted, which is unfortunate, because now if they just turn, he's going to get wrecked. But luckily the IS7's not looking. He can use the heat to get the 1 shot. He's not going to go for the reload. While the IS7 is still there, he may as well shoot, because as you can just see, he's now gone out of sight. So if he would have reloaded the 1st shell, he wouldn't have actually got the 2nd shell in. So good decision there in using your ammunition wisely and the reload. So the IS7 is now going to start rushing towards him, and he plays it very, very risky in actually staying there, and luckily for him, the IS7 misses. It's now 2 against 3. He gets another shot there on the IS7. He's going to it only takes him now to reload 1 shell. He's on 5,400 damage. He's going to reload that 1 shell to clear the IS7 to bring it down to a 2 versus 2. On 5 kills, he knows now that 1 tank is capping B. What tank is it? Hopefully it's the standard B. That is a 1 shot. Then he doesn't have to sit around and wait to reload all of his shells. And exactly that is what happened. So he clears the standard B, and it now just leaves the M60. He's on 5,700 damage with 6 kills. He's not going to reload the 3rd shell, and again, that was a great decision not to reload the 3rd shell and go for the shot, because the M60 was backing up. So might as well take the shot, because the M60 is backing up anyway. So you're still going to have time to reload those shells whilst he is hiding. So again, he still needs to be very careful. He needs the mouse to go first, but they need to do something pretty quickly, because the enemy have got 2 cap points, and their cap points are going up pretty quickly. So the M60 should, to be honest, should just run away, because he could actually win this. However, with the mouse capping B, if the M60 would run away, then our guy would just go and cap A, because that is where he is, and that would stop the points. So the M60 was probably just protecting at least one of the bases. That's probably why he hasn't run away. So he's going to reload 3 shells now. He could potentially clear the M60 with all 3 shells, and especially if he can get his rear, because he can get the HE in on the rear, and that's exactly what he does. 336. He now just needs 2 average rolls, but he needs to be careful, because he is also a 1 shot, but of course he is going to get the kill. 7 kills, 7,447 damage, top gun, high caliber, and again the Raseiniai medal. 1,819 base XP, but fair play to the M60. 5,000 damage there done on the enemy team. Well played. Moving on to the last battle, we have, oh my god, we have we're just gonna call him Prez. I'm sorry if that's not your name, but your name from now on is going to be Prez, and he is in the Conqueror, and it's a good matchup for him. He has the speed boost, the ultra OP speed boost on tanks that don't need to go quicker. I mean, the Conqueror is a great tank. It's a great tank. It's got the Hesh, it's got a good gun, good reload, okay-ish armor, nice turret. It's quite quick even without the speed boost. And even better, he is matched. I mean, he's in a tier 9 and there's only 2 tier 9s. There goes the T44. Don't know what happened to him. Did he get ammo racked or something? Because he went pretty quickly. But there's only 2 tier 9s. There's only 2 tier 9s and the rest are tier 8. So it's actually a really good matchup for him. But not when one tank goes full YOLO and dies within not even a minute in the game. So he's decided to go left. He's decided to go left, which is the only person to go left. But it actually turns out good for him because he's now going to get some side shots. So he gets a side shot there on the T32. He had a shot on the Motion, and now he's not even going to be spotted. So he can get these shots off without getting spotted. So until the two guys that were there decides to run away. But as you can see, just look at his green team's hit points. 2 of them at the front there are just absolutely bleeding the hit points. And there goes the ISU 152, one of the biggest guns in the game on this map. And in the tier, he's gone very, very early on. And there goes the IS-3. So they are dropping like flies. He needs to pull something special off now. The WZ, the OPWZ is on his team, is now gone. And all of a sudden, it is a 7 versus 3. However, there is the first kill. Great kill there with against one of the most OP tanks in the game. So now here comes the Scorpion, here comes the T32. He needs to back up. He's using that Hesh wisely, and he is going to get a nice bounce from the T32. As we know, the T32 hasn't got a great gun. It's got a good rate of fire, I think, and the reload's not bad, but it's not the best penetration in the game. So he gets the miss there from the KV4. The team are still fighting it out, the 2 remaining teammates in pretty much the spawn area, and he manages to get his second kill. The T32 and the Scorpion are both pushing him, and he's going to wait for them to come around the corner, and he is going to get a Hesh shot in on the Scorpion, gets a nice bounce in return, and now the 2 tanks in front of him are both a 1 shot. So he does take a shot there from the T32, and he's going to ignore the T32 because the Scorpion actually does more damage, so he is going to clear him, and the Scorpion has more pen. So that was a great decision in ignoring the T32, and in return he actually gets a bounce. So very good decision there from Prez to bring it now down on, he's got 4 kills and it's 2 against 3. The Object 704 is going to take him out with 1 shot again. Nice fire there for 5 kills. His damage is now 4,200 damage, and there's just 2 tanks left alive. So he's gun damage. So yes, he's just telling his team. Again, I like that. He's telling his team that my gun damage. Sorry if I miss. Sorry if I don't reload. But he now does have the repair kit. So the T44 is not a bad medium tank. I still need to review it, to be honest. It's been such a long time since I've reviewed it. I haven't played the T44 for a very, very long time. But it's still a good medium tank, but I think it's just been a little bit power crept with all the other medium tanks coming into the game. So he gets the miss. The Motion gets the miss on him, which is good. He's on 5 kills. There's still plenty of times left. Look, please don't win, says the T30. Don't win, I want to lose. No, my guy here is on 5 kills and he is going to fight it out to get 7 kills. He's on 5,000 damage and he's still got plenty of hit points left. He's trying to snapshot there with the Motion, and here comes the T44. So he has to be careful if he is crossing. He needs to face this guy, and again he uses the Hesh, but the T44 does penetrate him. The AMX on his team is just about still alive. He is getting some damage on the T44, but he decides to, he gets away with that. He gets away with that. He gets a bounce from the side, and he is now going to rush the T44 for his 6th kill, and all it's going to take now is just 1 final shot to clear the Motion. Hopefully he gets it before the AMX does, and of course he does. 6,100 damage, and he gets again the Raseiniai medal. Hope you enjoyed them replays, guys. I am Meadsyreplays. I'll see you in the morning for it won't be a Sheridan video. Sheridan video will be on Saturday. I'm Meadsy. I'll see you all soon.